I'm feeling so alive, hearing the angelic sounds of our ancestors singing through the night for the supernova body. Listen to the realms of beyond, sacred wisdom healing my mind. Chakras align when I listen to supernova day. It's more than a podcast, it's a whole vibe. Expanding consciousness as you shift your mind. Tune into the supernova body so you can raise your vibration. Don't be afraid to make changes and create a new you. It's more than a podcast, it's a whole vibe. Expanding consciousness as you shift your mind. Supernova body, a cosmic party. New way of life, it's a supernova body. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to episode 14 of season 2 of Supernova Body Podcast. I am your host, Simone Michelle, and I'm happy you're here. I'm so happy that you're tuned in, listening, or watching. And yeah, today we're talking about parenting as a neurodivergent. So we talked about parenting while Black. We also talked about you just found out you're neurodivergent. And now we're going to kind of add it all together in a nice little pie and talk about neurodivergence and parenting and what that can look like, how it can feel, and how you can find support in navigating the whole process, right? Okay, so let's get going. So the first thing to consider is that it's possible that most neurodivergent parents found out that they were neurodivergent through their child's diagnosis. And they received that late. So now they're trying to navigate how to do this for their child and for themselves. And that can be very difficult. So please give yourself some grace. I really want to reiterate that this is not a journey for the weak, okay? There are things happening in your brain and your child's brain, if they're neurodivergent as well, because chances are they could be, that are just the way that their brain responds to this world and your brain responds to this world. So how do we find a cohesive way to live in unity here, where I understand you, you understand me, and we are good as can be? Okay, so if there is, in fact, a late diagnosis, especially with mothers, there is a period of adjustment for everybody, right? Period adjustment for the child when they find out, if they found out later in life that it wasn't within the year 2 or 3, before they were 3 years old. Understand what that looks like and what the masking load is, where you could be a really tired parent because you have had to assimilate and look like everybody else, and your brain just don't work like everybody else. You're not like everybody else, and you have never been made to feel like that was okay. But in this space right here, this safe space that we've created, it is okay, right? And it is okay to be tired because you have had to learn how to mask and people didn't accept you for who you were. Over here we do, and it's I. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to be tired, and it's okay to unlearn the neurotypical standards and expectations that have been imposed upon you. It's okay to give yourself space to move forward and navigate life in a way where you are free from those burdens and you're not putting those same expectations on your little people, whether they are neurodivergent or not, right? Living in a sense of unmasked freedom and unlearning society's demands for you, how to be productive, what that looks like. Make it work for you and your babies or baby. I don't know how many kids you got, but parenting as a neurodivergent person requires that you pay special attention to your burnout meter, for sure. All right, so there are there are unique strengths to being a neurodivergent parent, and understanding those strengths, I think, will give you a sense of power and empowerment in a world that tries to blame parents for everything. Okay, everything. Your child woke up and rolled out of bed, and because you didn't put a pillow there, right? Now you are the worst person on earth. Look, children got to bump their head sometimes, right? So they can learn to stay away from the edge of the bed. Just anyway. Okay, so yes, you can be very empathetic as a parent, have a deep sense of understanding. You can be highly attuned to the unique needs of your children, especially if they're neurodivergent as well. And even if they're not, that is a superpower of being a neurodivergent parent that we don't talk about. Okay. You can definitely understand and relate to your child on a deeper level, lean into it. For sure, like for real, as a parent, if you're neurodivergent, lean into it, lean into your quirks, lean into who you are unmasked, and it'll be a fun ride for your kids, for sure, right? I'm not even going to preface that. Just take it how you take it. Also, you could have out of the box thinking and strategies and ways of living. So I am very quirky. If this isn't a representation of how I like things to be organized, wait till you see my kitchen. However, the reason why I set my stuff up in this way is not just for me. My kids know that everything has a home, including them, right? And they know where their stuff goes, where they belong, and where they can find whatever it is that they desire. Okay? They have a need. I'm not available to provide for that need. They can provide it for themselves by going to get whatever it is in that kitchen. They know where the pots and pans are. We created this space together. Everybody knows where everything is. We put stuff away. We put stuff away together so that everybody knows where home is. Everybody knows where the home for their items is. Your shoes don't belong there. That is not the home for them. Now, is this to be rigid and crazy? No, it is because I know that my little narrow spicy babies need help with organizing and need help with finding where their stuff is. So if they get into a routine and a cycle, when they're out on their own one day, they'll be able to create and set this up for themselves. And if they need a little additional help, who's coming? Me! Or whoever they hire to do it, whatever. But this is an expectation that has been set here in this space, this happy, safe, spicy space that they can now imply. And this repetition is good for everybody, neurospicy or not. All right, so hyper-focusing on interests is also something that can lead to deep engagement with your kids. So for me and mine, we enjoy anime. So that's something we do together. I am not a fan of video games, so we can't really do that together. But there are some games on my phone I like to do with them. I'm trying to figure out how to enjoy Roblox. I'm trying. But that is not one of my special interests, so I am averse. But you, as a parent, can figure out whatever your kids like, and y'all can geek out together. Oh, y'all both like tennis shoes? Oh my gosh, make some together. Get creative. But that is actually a specialty of neurodivergent parents. You just gotta lean into it if you don't already know, one of the areas that I have to approach with care is being very honest and direct. I am very honest and direct. However, my honesty and directness, I have to tailor it to my kids. Because what one kid can listen and hear, another kid cannot. And by being neurospicy as well as a parent, you have that superpower to know. So let's say you said something that was too sharp, too clear, and too direct. Just apologize, move on. You got a new day, a new way of correcting and learning, whatever. Like, neurodivergent parents, please give yourself grace. Please give yourself grace. This world has done a number on you, I'm sure. And you don't got to do that to yourself. You know, the world to do it to you, but don't do it to yourself, you know? All right. Also, neurodivergent parents can have a very strong sense of justice and fairness and equality. So it makes them really, really good at breaking up disputes and choosing who is at fault or which people are going, in fact, to be punished because what is happening here. And that's something you can lean into. You know, again, these are your superpowers, and knowing these things and having these in your tool belt will make you feel more empowered to parent as a neurodivergent parent because, yeah, you've got a lot going on in your brain, in your mind, in your heart, and your soul, and it's okay. It's okay. All right. Routine and structure. That may be your strong point or your downfall, wherever you lie in that. It's okay. I offer coaching that can help you through that if you need help. Just wanted to, put that out there. But comfort and routine and structure and things of that nature, as neurodivergent parents, sometimes can be our strong suit and sometimes can be our downfall. But sometimes we can have family members, spouses, partners, whoever that can kind of help establish that in our lives. And it's okay to allow someone in to do that. It's okay to allow ourselves not to be that person. Lean into what you can do, and what you can't, outsource. Outsource, okay? It'll make your life so much better, so much easier. Do what works for you, okay? If that doesn't work for you, get somebody else to do it. All right? Get somebody else to do it. Okay, resilience and perseverance. Having navigated a neurotypical world with a neurodivergent brain, you deserve that trophy, okay? That participation trophy is yours because it is hard work. Hard work. Navigating a neurotypical world that was not set up for your success and doing it successfully, or even attempting and not necessarily exceeding abundantly and amazingly, but doing it, okay? That is worthy of praise. And so I'm going to give it to you. And here is your praise, and I'm very proud of you, for real. Like 100%, seriously. Please give yourself grace. You're doing the best that you can, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. All right, so this leads me into modeling self-acceptance. So that looks like you accept that you are different and encouraging your kids to be their amazing, authentic self. And encouraging them to lean into their neurospicy brains and figuring out how they can use it to their advantage and their superpower by believing that first about yourself and showing them what that looks like to lean in. So your brain is a super computer. Okay, well, this is how I use my supercomputer brain. Does that align with you? Okay, maybe not. All right. So you really are really good at this. This is what I'm really good at, and this is how I use it. So cool. This is what you could probably do. Or just silently modeling, because they're always watching. Always, neurotypical or not, they're watching. Okay, so common challenges of the neurodivergent parent experience: sensory overload and executive functioning difficulties. If you're not familiar with what your executive functioning difficulties may be, I think in the last episode I talked about it, but there is an executive dysfunction worksheet on selfloverainbow.com. selfloverainbow.com has amazing worksheets that you can download and do. And it will help you kind of understand where you are in an array of different things and places and spaces. They have a really good one on codependency too. So many different good worksheets. I think one for grief. Oh, amazing place to kind of get a better understanding of where you're at executive functioning wise. But sensory overload. Okay, so just as with your neurodivergent babies, you may have some sensory issues that kind of affect how you parent, right? That could be loud noises. That's for me. All that screaming and stuff, like, it's too much. Calm it down. Just a moment. I need to breathe. I have reached my peak. Which is why bedtime is my favorite time, because that's right around the time I've reached my limit. We have now entered capacity zone, and it needs hush needs to happen. Be sensitive to touch, feel too much touching from your kids. This is a normal thing, and it's okay that you're there, right? Neurodivergent parenting is going to look a little different. It's going to look like a whole lot of communicating. I am at my limit of touch today. I love you. You are amazing and wonderful. However, give me some space because I am overloaded. Make it fun how you say it. Say it how you say it. Communicate with your kids how you know they can receive it, but communicate nonetheless. I think one way to navigate the challenges of neurodivergent parenting is to communicate. Talk. Right? Also, you could have a very different communication style. Like I said, it may be very easy for us to communicate in a very clear and direct way, just how our brains work. Other people may need a little razzle dazzle. I am not a razzle dazzler. I'm not a razzle dazzler. Just get to the point, okay? But some people need that. And so learning how to communicate and do things in a way that is foreign to you may feel foreign and uncomfortable at first, but eventually you'll get in the rhythm of it and you'll be able to adjust your communication style to match those that you love the most, right? And that can take time because logically it may not make sense. Like, I'm providing you the information in a very clear way. Why are we tripping? That's not how it works for everybody. And that's all right. Okay, so we briefly touched on burnout and fatigue. But again, not knowing your limitations or not knowing when you're approaching the no-no zone for yourself can lead to burnout and fatigue, and that may look very different. But again, remember that you're a supercomputer, right? In most cases, it's not that the brain is not working, it's that it's working infinitely faster than others. And it is focused on all the tabs are open, okay? They've got 15 different pages open in their brains at the same time, and information is being collected and sorted and processed, and that can look a lot of different ways. It could look like you're unfocused, but you're really taking in all of the information. It could look like you're uninterested, but you're really absolutely positively there and present. It just doesn't look like other people process information or look at the world, but it absolutely 100% does not mean you're not there present. Give yourself some grace. Burnout can happen. Fatigue can happen because your brain is moving at lightning warp speed, and you may need some more breaks than the average person. So what? Make them fun. Make them communicated to everybody. Get everybody on board. Make everybody take a break. It's nap time for the second time today. We're going to take a brief 5-minute cat nap. Yes, silence. Let's pretend. Let's play whatever game. Make it fun. Do what you do, but understand that this is a challenge, right? This can be a challenge of being neurodivergent, but it doesn't have to be your downfall or a place where you place blame and shame and guilt and feel like you're inadequate because of how your brain works. Every computer has to eventually rest, right? Sometimes it starts to overheat and it's got to shut off. That's what's happening because you're smart. That's what's happening. Okay. So understand your own brain. That can also be a challenge because as an adult, you may not know where to go for resources or tools or whatever, and you don't know where to start. YouTube University is my favorite place to go. Wonderful, wonderful, chef's kiss place to go to get a better understanding. But not all information is good information, okay? So fact check. Fact check. Look at studies, compare information, and get into it. This is your superpower, hyper focusing on a subject. You can find the information and get as much of it until your heart is content. Yeah, make it a focus and make it an enjoyable one to get all the possible information, and then give yourself some grace, and then release some of the shame and guilt, and then forgive yourself, because you are worthy of positivity in life and everything good, even though, especially so, because of your neurospicy brain. You're doing your best, parent. You are doing your best. Okay. Yeah. So there are a lot of complications that come with organization if it's not your strong point. Like I said earlier, outsource. It don't got to be your strong point. Just recognize that it's a need, recognize that it helps improve your life and makes it easier, and outsource and find different ways to make that happen. Yeah. Communication is going to be your best friend. And if you need anything more than this, like this is just an opening kind of intro to parenting while neurodivergent, please reach out. If I can't help you, I know somebody that can, and I'll direct you in their way. Absolutely 100%. Surround yourself with people that believe in the best in you, that see the good in you, that see your strengths and focus on those, because clutter could be a problem for you, right? Organization could be a problem for you. Managing your senses could be a problem for you. All of these things could be a problem for you, but they don't have to stay a problem, right? Understanding that they're a problem is the first step to creating a life environment, a home environment that benefits not just you, but your kids, right? And gives you the power to power through, gives you the self-confidence and self-esteem and self-value to recognize that you are capable of doing this. You are built for this. There's nobody better than you. There's no one better than you to do this job. You can do it in a way that is helpful and beneficial. Sometimes you're tired, you're burnt out, you're fatigued, you're all these different things. You're overwhelmed with emotions that you didn't know were there, right? You're overwhelmed with a late diagnosis. There's so many things that could be happening. You could be doing this alone, by yourself as a single parent, and it could be hard, really, really hard, okay? And that's okay to admit to yourself that this is really, really hard. But you're built for tough, okay? And sometimes it's okay to recognize that this is both hard and you are able to do this. You are built to do this. You have what's within you, everything you need to do this. Okay? All right. Yeah. And if you need assistance, if you need help, there are community resources in every community. And if you don't have the resources in your community and you're open to move, let's find you a place that for real can provide you the resources that you need. There are certain states in this America that specialize in neurodivergency and have resources available, and relocating to those places can open up a level of community that you never thought you could ever have, right? So consider that for real. Let's talk. Okay, whether it's on social media or whether you go to my website, like, let's talk for real, because this is not something that you have to do alone. We have group meetings where you can stop through and meet with other neurodivergent parents that are parenting while neurodivergent, or if you'd rather be in a group for parents of neurodivergent children because you feel like you've got you under control, but you have no idea how to, manage and navigate parenting kids. There are other people just like you, and we meet once a week. So feel free. Feel free to join us and, have that sense of community and a safe space, because that's what's most important, is that it's safe and that, it's healthy for you. Okay, but remember, like, being a parent, you're learning every day, and so are they. So forgive you for whatever you did last week or the month before or the year before, and just move forward with your babies in love. Babies, just move forward in love. And I'm grateful that you're here today. I'm grateful that you chose to listen, and I hope that you continue to have a wonderful experience. And yeah, thank you for stopping by, and I love you. Bye.